Okay, so this is going to be a walk around, driving, and undercarriage view. I'm going to try to get it all in one video of my 1980 Jeep J10 Honcho that I will be listing for sale. It is a step side, which is very rare. If memory serves me right, I'm going to put up the correct number in the ad, but I think it was like 1,364 or 1,284 or something like that. There were less than 1,400 of these made over a 5-year span from 1980 to 84. So, needless to say, only a couple hundred a year. This is the first year. Has the eyebrow up here. I think that was the last year for the eyebrow, if I'm not mistaken. I'll go ahead and start it up now and take it for a drive, show you the condition, and maybe talk about it once I'm walking around. Now, I was told, the mileage says there, 31,956, if you can see that, there you go. And I was told it had 31,000 miles, or whatever it was when I bought it. I've only put a few hundred miles on it, driving it locally around town, every month or so, since I've had it. I don't think I put more than 500 miles on it, maybe less, I don't know. I've had it for 10 years, always planned on restoring it, and never got around to it. Just had too many projects, and unfortunately, this one is going to be one of the ones that goes. Trying to liquidate everything because I'm planning on making a big move this year. But enough about me, more about the car. So let's go ahead and get it going. I'll pause the backing out and then we'll get it for a drive. Okay, so there we go. Okay, didn't let it warm up fully. And it is a little bit windy and cold today, surprisingly, for June. But there we go. Okay. Power steering does squeak a little. I don't know if it's going to need a new pump or anything. I did replace the water pump a few years ago back. Maybe 5-6 years ago back. But again, not much mileage on it, so the pump is new. I know a lot of work was done to it back in 2004. It was sitting for 10 years when I got it in 2014, and in 2004, the original owner's son came from Texas to pick it up and drive it to back to Texas. It was originally a California truck its whole life, and I'm in California now, so it was only in Texas for about a year or so. The story is his father passed away. He came and helped his mom sell off the estate, and he fixed up the truck and drove it back home, and then he loaded up a trailer and towed a trailer behind it. So he put some suspension airbags and stuff on it, and gave it a full tune-up, new brakes and all that kind of stuff, and tires and everything back in 2004. He put the 1,600 miles on it going to Texas, and then he ended up driving back towing it back when he came back to California when his mom got sick, and he ended up moving out here and staying with her. So and then from that point, it sat in the driveway for the next 10 years until I bought it. I changed the radiator, actually rotted out and rebuilt the original radiator. I replaced the thermostat, replaced the heater core, new hoses and everything, and it runs as cool can be. Never overheats or has any problems like that. Heater works nice. I have all the air conditioning equipment. I'll take pictures of the under hood and everything when the time comes for that, and post them in the ad. And I'll show. I'll pop the hood once I get it out to the desert, I guess. And I'll show you guys that it runs and drives really good. And it there goes second gear. I'll stay quiet for a second. There goes third gear. That's 50. There goes 60. Now the tires are old, so I'm not going to take it up to too high a speed for too long. I mean, it's capable of it, obviously. It runs and drives good. I drive it around town, but it is probably going to need a set of tires. Anyway, because they're so old. Anyway, the original owner had it, sold it to me. I continued to work on it, get it running and driving. Everything works great. I just never got around to restoring it. That was my whole thing. I was planning on painting it and doing all of that. Let me make a U-turn here. I'll pause and head back. I figured I'd show you this also. Hands off the wheel, going straight. Brakes are good, stopping pretty quickly right there. See, no problems. Brakes are good, steering's good. Again, letting off the wheel. There's my hand. Doesn't pull hard one way or the other or anything like that. And driving up to the top of this hill here. Okay, I'm going to leave it running so you can see that it doesn't overheat. Right now it's still well below the half. Radio does work. It's an old Pioneer. Well, you get the idea. I don't feel like finding a station right now. Okay, so I'm going to leave it running. Okay, there's the interior. Panel seats. It's really not in all that bad a shape. There's the headliner right there. You can see the headliner. The paint or vinyl dye or whatever, it's starting to flake off. The cardboard's in good shape, so I'm sure you can clean it up and just recoat it, or maybe glue some vinyl on it, redo it. But yeah, it's in good shape. Back window, there's no leaks or anything inside. The glass there, dash is in good shape. No rust on this truck anywhere. There is some yellowing on the bottom of the glass, I guess, from the years. Thank God the dash didn't crack, but the glass itself is got some heat, that little chip right there. But otherwise, no cracks or anything, so it's still legal. I'm going to talk a little loud because it's going to get windy out here. So overall, the truck itself. It's got the original roll bar back there. You can see it's rust free. I'll try to get close since it's on. The bed is in great shape. A couple spots like this that need to be welded back together. Cracks, but no rust. No rust at all. Fiberglass, got some cracks in it. I don't know if you can hear me or not. Hopefully I'll speak up a bit. There's some cracks right here. On this needs to be repaired, this corner piece. And that's the rubber between the fuel neck. So when you fill the gas, it does have a bit of a leak. The rubber between the fuel neck and the tank is got some cracks in it, I think. So that needs to be replaced. But I ain't got the so close to that. What I'm going to show you guys. Son, not the one I bought it from, but his brother got the idea one day to scrape these stickers off. So this side was missing when I originally got it. I replicated to the best of my ability and tried the weather crack and all that, the stripes on this side just for the patina look, you know, the way it looks now, because honestly, I think it's just the way it is. I had plans of one day restoring it to its, former glory. New paint, new stripes, and new upholstery and all that, because underneath it doesn't need any repairs as far as mechanical. Four-wheel drive works and all that. Transmission shift's good. There's no leaks. It's a really solid, good running truck. A beautiful truck. I get attention on this thing everywhere I go. There's not a moment, place I go that somebody doesn't ask me about it, and bring up a conversation. So it is definitely an eye catcher. Something that's super rare, you don't see anywhere. The grill's in good shape, no breaks or cracks or anything also. Let me pop that hood, show you the motor. pause it for a second. Okay, there you go. You can see underneath the hood. Also, no problems there. You can see the radiator because that was redone. I mean, I can hold it. It literally does not get hot, you know. I mean, it's hot, but not where you can't hold it. You know, look, there you go. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know, it's not going to burn you. Engine runs good. I've got the original air conditioning. Unit that goes right there. I've got all the brackets. I've got the original smog equipment and smog pump. I took all that off because I have it tagged in Arizona, so I didn't need none of the smog equipment, and I was always planning on retrofitting the AC from, I think, a York to a Tecumseh or something like that. I can't pronounce the names, but that was my intention. You can see there, and you can see the new water pump down there as well. So the water pump was replaced, radiator, master cylinder, fuel filter. The battery is pretty fresh. I just got that a couple months ago because the last one was dead. New hoses, new heater core in there. I redid all this and sealed it. New fan motor. So everything there is working. All the heater works. All the lights and signals, everything works on it. And you can see again the weather cracking on the stripe, the age. And there, right there, you can see the difference. I did the best I could emulating this on this side. So all in all, not too bad. Paint colors are pretty close. It looks good, you know. I mean, honestly, somebody may just enjoy driving it like I did, just like this, and you know, taking it to shows and you know, meets or whatever, or maybe fixing it up a little bit more. I think you could use a U-joint, taking it off-roading. You know, you can do what you like with it, depending on what your goals are for it. But it's a beautiful, rare truck, and these things are going for a lot these days. Pretty hard to find them. It could be once in a lifetime rust-free original condition like this. And I'll show you the door jambs and stuff. You can see, and there's a bit of a dent here. I think it had a blowout at one point. So there's a dent there, a little bit of a dent in the fender, but nothing bad. Easily fixed. I'll show you the jambs and stuff too. You can see no rust. Always a California truck. Except for that 1 year it spent in Texas. It was in Tehachapi, California. I think I got a sticker or a picture of the sticker somewhere before. There's a crack right there too. I've got a picture somewhere before it all faded out that it said right here, this sticker said, "Where the hell is the Tehachapi?" And I'll see if I can find that if you want to see, but that's where it was this whole time. Was Tehachapi, California. It was actually used as a plow truck. That's what these holes are for. It didn't have the plow on it when I bought it. It only had the brackets. So I removed the brackets for the plow. And I was told the transmission was replaced at some point too. But that I can't verify whether that's true or not. But it's, you know, and I can't verify if it's 31,000 or 131. I know it ain't more than 131, but I really think it is 31,000 miles. I had no reason to question the original owner's son on it. I believed him, especially for the condition and the age and everything. I'm gonna get back in because it's way too windy out there. Yeah, that dust is blowing around too, getting in my eyes. So I don't want to make this video way too long. So I'm gonna get back and see if I can get underneath. I'm gonna pause it right here. I'm gonna get back home, get my driveway, and see if I can show you guys the undercarriage. And before I leave this spot, I'll show you all that idling and everything. Still running cool as can be. Okay, so I'm back home. There goes the tank right there. I'll show you the frame. You can see the frame. I mean, it's got oxidation, as you'd expect for a, what is it, a 43-year-old truck, 1980. There goes the frame rail. You can see no major rust or flaking or anything. You can see it underneath the floorboard right there. Let's get the rocker panels too, so you can see all that on the inside. You can see how solid the cab corner is right there. goes the transmission tunnel, transfer case. You can see it's not moist or leaky or anything like that. Let me see if I can get on the other side and show you a little bit more of it too. There it goes underneath the engine. I think you can see that front differential. I'm gonna have to add that video together, edit it or something. But anyway, there goes the bottom of the engine. You can see no leaks or anything. It's flaky paint. There goes the front frame rail. Follow that all the way back. You can pause anywhere you like. Let's get the cab corners, bottoms of the fenders and all that again. There goes the wheel well, bottom of the fender, floorboards. Cab corner again right there. Oh, we got some dirt right there, but that's, you can see right there how solid. Again, the inner side of the rocker. Rocker outside. Here goes the rear frame rails. Bottom of the bed. I guess this was for a winch at some point. Looks like it had a winch mount here, and that was mounted underneath there. Let's see, again, no structural rust at all. Let's see if I can get underneath the front. Okay, there's under the front. There's the bottom of the engine. You can see no leaks. Dry as a bone. Again, the frame's good. Never been hit or anything. I think this is residual left over. I left this because I thought, you know, just going to add more structural support, make it stronger. I think that's for the plow right there, this piece. So you can see that just strengthens and stiffens it, if anything. So I left it. I kind of like that anyway. But if you want to remove it for ground clearance, or maybe even make a skid plate extending out from there, you could probably do something like that. Bumpers are in good shape, other than a couple holes that were drilled in them back in, well, whenever they did that. Get you one more good look at the stripes, so you can get an idea of that as well. So all in all, solid truck, guys. I think it'd make anybody proud. Sure did make me proud for the time I had it, but time for it to go to someone else. So if you have any questions, comments or anything like that, please let me know. If I think of anything else to add to this video before I close out, I'll let you know. Otherwise, thanks for looking, and God bless. I did remember something. I've got a bunch of extra door handles. I might have a couple mirrors, the original style mirrors, because I think they removed them. I still got them off a Wagoneer. So I got a couple of those lying around somewhere. I'll try to dig them up, but no guarantees. I'm pretty sure I got them, but don't hold me to it. And other than that, all the parts I mentioned earlier, as well as some other stuff depending on what you need. I think I have a set of headers that, if you wanted, you know, depending on the price and stuff, I may toss those in there as well. Have a bunch of stuff for this and another AMC that I got. But anyway, thanks again. God bless.